All right, so I'm going to get you started on the simple landscape. Okay, so what I did was I downloaded the landscape image from Canvas, and I'm going to File, Place, and it's in my downloads. I'm going to place it into my document just so I have a reference. Okay, so I'm just going to scoot it off to the side. I'm not going to trace it because my landscape's going to look a little different, but it'll look like a cousin of this one. So thinking about building this from the back forward, the first thing we need to start with is the sky. So I'm going to get you started on kind of building it and then working with gradients. Okay, so I need to fill this with a light blue. Okay, you're going to want to open your swatches palette if you don't have that open. So I've got my swatches here, and I've got my blue. And I can double click on that to change the blue if I want to be any lighter. Okay, so I've got my light blue, but now it's a little unique because you can kind of see it go from blue to white or blue to light blue. So I'm going to add a gradient, and in my swatches palette I've got just a standard couple different gradient options. Okay, so I'm going to click this this black to white. So I'm going to replace the black with the light blue. So I'm going to go into my gradient palette. So I'm going to make sure that that palette gets opened. And I can drag any color I want into my my gradient. So I can double click on it and you'll see that it pulls up kind of the mixing palette, or I can pull up the swatches. So I can replace that black with blue. I can also adjust the blue going in here by clicking on the mixer, and I can add white if I want to lighten it. Okay, so that's how you mix. You can also just select a swatch and hit the delete or the trash can. You can drag one of these swatches in if you already have one in your palette and you want to just drag it in. For example, I can drag this red one in and it just adds another gradient. So it goes white, red, blue. If I want to get rid of the red, I just hit delete. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to change the direction of the gradient. Over in your tools palette, there's a little gradient button and you can click and drag to change the direction of the gradient and the stretch or the blend of the gradient. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go like that and leave it like that. That's about how I'd like it. So that's it for gradients and getting the background started. The next thing is the next layers, the suns and the clouds. I'm going to give you a separate video for that.